Hey everyone, I am coming to you from my place of work. I work at Hand and Stone and I have a little gap right now between clients, so I figured I would record a post consultation video to help someone out there retain a client and how do we keep them from coming back to you. So I have two forms right here that we like to use at the spa, and I like taking advantage of them because I feel like if you send clients home with directions, they are more intrigued to come back. So while I'm doing my facial, towards the end, we do masking. So while they're masking, it takes about 10 minutes for the mask to settle and for it to penetrate and for it to really benefit the client. So in those 10 minutes, I like to write down what I think would be best for them. So I always like to write down my AM and PM product recommendations that we have here at the spa, especially because I know the lines I work with pretty well. So I know what will benefit my client depending on their skin condition, skin type, skin concerns, or skin goals. So I will check off here AM, PM, what I would recommend. Then we have a second form. This form I like to write down the client's name, my name, the esthetician's name, areas of concentration. So here I'll check off like what I saw, but by now my client already knows what I saw because in the skin analysis I let them know, hey, I see this, I see that. So I'll write down just like a little refresher for them. And then on the third column, I like to write down what we did today. So for example, a client just left right now and I checked off the microdermabrasion line because we did a microdermafacial on her. Then home care. Home care, I will write down like if we talked about one product that she's gonna take home, she or he is taking home, then I'll write it down there for her or for him. But usually home care I write down over here. So that area I go back and forth if like I'm gonna write down like if she throughout the facial asks like what is that that you use, like for example that hydration spray, then I'll write it here for her just so she knows like, oh that's right, I did say I wanted to get that. Then we write down frequency. For frequency on the fourth column, I like to write down how often this client will benefit from coming back to me. So whether that's every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, I'll write down here, for example, we have weekly, monthly, every 2 weeks or other. For me, I usually like to tell them, depending on the goal, every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. So if I check off every 2 weeks, I'll write down the date exactly that 2 weeks from today is, and then for monthly I do the same. And then by the fifth column I write down the date again that I would recommend for them to come back and the time. So for the time I like to write down my availability. For me, for example, I'm only here weekends, so I write down Saturday and Sunday my hours. Now what do we do with these and how do I hand them to them? They will be done with the facial after masking. I remove the mask, add the finishing products. I let them know the service is completed. So towards the end, I like to give these two forms to them and I explain to them. For this form, for our product form, I like to explain, in the perfect world, this is the perfect skincare that I think will benefit you. I know the products I'm working with, I know the ingredient list on these products. I'm confident that these will help you. So I do advise my clients, depending on the skincare line they're using at home, that they should finish what they have at home so they don't waste money and product, especially if it's a line that I think, okay, it's not gonna harm you. I'll let them know like, go ahead and finish that. But if you want to work with me one-on-one and you want to really achieve these goals, these are the lines I work with. These are the lines that I have been trained on and have like knowledge in with product and with ingredients. So I like to let them know, in the perfect world, this is what I would recommend. And then I hand them off second form. The second form is, as I just explained, hey, like in here this is for you to keep, and I will like to just it's like a little reminder of what we did. And my next the next visit I would recommend would be, that would be every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, and that it lands on this day, so I would like to see you again on this day. By now they have, most clients that come in for a facial have a skincare goal. So by now this kind of like refreshes their mind of why they came, and what, and like, oh, okay, this esthetician recommends these products. So they take this home with them, and then when they walk them out to the front, then they have that opportunity to look at this and be like, okay, so every 4 weeks is this day. Let's just say July 30th. Okay, so every 4 weeks, okay, lands on July 30th and she's available at that time. Okay, yeah. So then they will book their appointment 9 times out of 10 up front. And that is how I get clients to come back to me. And so yeah, that was a little refresher for anyone out there who is trying to have that retaining client book. This will help. This is what helps me. This is how I do it and how I get my clients to come back. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Thank you.